Hello, my YouTube family. It has been forever since I've been on here. It's actually been a week and a half, I think, literally since I've been on here. The last time I came on was the Monday, a week before Christmas, the Monday before Christmas, a week ago. I think it was December 14th. It is now the day after Christmas, and I just wanted to kind of come on and say hi again to everybody. I have missed you guys. I have missed making videos. My house, disastrous. It's okay though, it's the day after Christmas. My house is a disaster. I'm feeling better and my heart is full, and that's really all that matters to me. So, let's see. The purpose of today's video was to come on and give you guys a health update, and not to instruct you on how to handle your hypothyroidism or how you handle yourself after the radioactive iodine treatment. The purpose of the video that I wanted to express to you is what I experienced and how I wish that I had been, things that I wish I knew. So I'm not a doctor, I'm a mom, and I have, no medical background as far as any of this goes. This is just my experience and how I've handled things, how things went for me. If you go back and watch my other videos, hi Hannah. If you go back and watch my other videos, I'll go ahead and put them in a, what are they called? What are they called? Playlist? I'll put it in a playlist. I'll put like my thyroid, how everything's been going, things like that. I'll put it in a playlist for you. So that way you can kind of see like when I was hyperactive, when I had my radioactive iodine treatment, and then just how things have progressed. So I made a list here because these are things that like I experienced that I wish somebody like had told me to like look out for, or had told me to, do things like that. So I had my radioactive iodine treatment for hyperthyroidism, Graves' disease, back in September. It was the end of September, like September 27th or something. I don't remember the specific day. And then misread my body's cues. The beginning of December, thought I was sick, didn't even think. My TSH levels were going up. So kind of my fault, kind of, not being aware of things. Not being aware to look out for those things, because I just had my TSH levels done October 25th and I was still hyperactive. So when it came around to December 1st, just wasn't thinking of that, wasn't thinking, oh, well, maybe this is my body telling me that I need to go back and get my levels checked. Just thought I got sick, so. It's now December 26th, and it has been a rough December, but I'll get into a little bit more. So the first thing that I have on my list here is to listen to your body's cues. So if you are hypoactive, if you do have, varying TSH levels, thyroid levels, listen to your body, because it's trying to tell you something. And if you don't listen, you're going to make matters worse. So listen to your body. If your body says, I'm really tired and I'm achy and I'm sick, but you're not really sure, but you know that you have a problem with your TSH levels, or you already had a radioactive iodine treatment or something, listen to your body and call your doctor and be like, hey, maybe I should get some blood work done. Or, you know what I'm saying? Hey, not feeling real good. I guarantee they'll say, okay, go get your lab work done. So listen to your body's cues. If you start to feel really lethargic, really run down, you're getting sick, but you also know that, like I said, you've either had the radioactive iodine treatment, or you know that you have varying TSH levels for whatever reason, Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, whatever. Call your doctor. They need to know that, and they need to, draw labs, because I didn't. And I let my levels get completely out of control, and now I'm paying for it. Not now. Now I feel a little bit better. So that's number one on my list. Just listen to your body. Listen to what your body's trying to tell you. And if you have any thoughts on, oh, maybe this is related to my thyroid, call your doctor. Go in and see him. So number two, just because you feel good, don't overdo it. Okay, so this happened last week. So last Monday, the last video before this, I came on and told you I was real swollen, felt real puffy. Well, then that Tuesday, I felt fantastic, and my daughter was getting married, and it was just a great day, and I felt good. You know, I could walk normal. My hips weren't hurting me like they had before. And so I was like, yes. So I was like up and at 'em all day. Wednesday, couldn't move, guys. Could not get off the couch. I hurt so bad. I thought something else had gone wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Something, you know, my back was out, and my stomach, I thought that I had, you know, like maybe a stomach ache or stomach virus or whatever. It was my muscles in my stomach. I had stood up all day, I had walked all day, and you know, you got to remember I was having all these muscle aches. Well, it was the muscles in my stomach. It wasn't a stomach virus. It was the muscles just like completely, you know, just like telling me, hey, you know, you overdid it yesterday. So anyway, just because you feel good one day, don't overdo it. By all means, get stuff done the days that you feel good. I'm all about that. I'm all about, hey, I'm having a good day. You know, today I'm having a great day. So I'm going to get some videos done, get the house cleaned up a little bit, and that's good, but don't overdo it. Don't just jump up and be like, oh, I feel great today, and then boom, 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 be on your feet all day, or, you know, be inactive all day, and then the next day you can't get up. Very important. Don't overdo it. The next one I wrote down was let others help you. So I cannot imagine this last 3 weeks without my husband, and my kids for that matter. My husband has been pulling 12, 13-hour days at work, and then coming home, either cooking dinner or cleaning up from dinner, you know, trying to keep up with the laundry, trying to keep up with keeping the house somewhat tidy. You know, the kids have been helping too. And it's hard for me to let other people do that, because I'm like, oh my gosh, he went to work all day and he shouldn't be, you know, doing all that. But it kind of goes back to, just because you feel good, don't overdo it. So let others help you. If somebody says they want to come over and help you, let them do it. It's really important. And my husband's been amazing, and as much as he irritates me, and I just want to punch him some days, he's been totally amazing to me. And he's the reason that this family has kept going the way it has for the last 3 weeks, is because of him. So if others offer to help you, let them do it. All right. The next thing that I wrote on my list was moisturize. That might sound completely stupid, but when your thyroid levels, if your TSH levels are going up, your thyroid levels are dropping off, right? So the one thing that I've noticed is I do have eczema on my legs, but I always had like oily hair and oily face skin, and I've never been like overly dry before. Well, let me tell you something. The last 3 weeks, I've literally, like, my hands have been so dry. I mean, they even feel dry right now, and I literally just used Aquaphor, you guys. So you have to keep up with it. When you get out of the shower in the morning, moisturize. I wrote down here: skin, nails, hair, feet, hands, cuticles, and lips. Seriously. Moisturize from like head to toe. Your eyes, I have been using natural tear, Refresh. That's what I've been using, Refresh, because my eyes have been super dry. And my hair, I've been using extra amounts of conditioner. I've been using like it's a 10 in it, because my hair's been super dry. My lips have been super dry and chapped. and my cuticles actually were like bleeding the other day. They were so dry, and I never let my skin get dry. Well, for whatever reason, when you're hypothyroid, your skin is just like, moisture is like sucked out of it. So moisturize. Make sure that you're taking care of your skin daily. Make sure that you keep moisturized several times a day. Your hands, I said your feet because like, I don't even want to talk about these Barney Rubble feet that were going on. It literally looked like I've been driving my car with my feet, like the Flintstones. They looked horrible. I've never seen my feet look that bad in my life. But again, it goes on with the dry skin. So get that pumice stone out, get all the dead skin off, moisturize your feet with coconut oil, slide some socks on. I'm telling you, you'll thank me if you listen to this because it was like, it was hard trying to get my feet back to being lady feet again instead of being Barney Rubble feet. So keep up with moisturizing your feet because I'm telling you, for whatever reason, you know, the moisture gets sucked out of your skin. Well, it happens to your feet too. So moisturize. The next thing that I wrote on here is heat, 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 heat. So if you guys follow my Instagram, you saw that last week, or the week before last, I don't even remember, you guys. These last 3 weeks have been just like a for me. My husband went out and bought me a new heating pad. I was freezing literally to the bone. I was cold to the bone, you guys. Like the core of me was freezing. I literally would lay on the couch and I'd put a heating pad on my chest just to heat my whole body. And you guys, I got lots of fluff here. There is no reason that I should be cold. I am not thin. I am not skin and bone. I have lots of insulation going on, but it doesn't matter. When your levels drop like that and you cannot maintain your own body heat, I'm not even kidding you. So heat, heat, heat. If you have to take a warm shower, take a warm shower. If you have a heating pad, get under it. One night I had 3 blankets on me. The heater was turned up to 75 in the house and I was still like shivering. I was so cold. So whatever you have to do to keep yourself warm, do it. Heat, heat, heat. And it makes you feel so much better too. Like, I told you I got real achy. I guess there's an enzyme in your muscles that get released after you like work out or whatever. But I guess when your TSH levels go really high, then your muscles start to like release this protein or lactic acid, whatever it is. I told you I don't have a medical degree. Your CK levels or your CPK, something like that. And normal levels in your body are like 1 to, I think, 174. Mine were up to 317, meaning that my muscles were like releasing this acid. And I hurt so bad. I literally was in Charlie horses. I mean, my muscles ached. And the only thing that kept me from crying was being under a heating pad, staying warm. So if you get like a real achy day or you just feel really super cold, I'm telling you, warm yourself up somehow because it was life-changing for me. I lived under the heating pad. And then yesterday for Christmas, my family got me a heating blanket. Yay! So yesterday I was under a heating blanket all day. So heat. It helps so much. It helps keep you comfortable and it helps with the muscle aches and all of that. So heat. So I'll just take a second here to let you guys know that I just noticed as I'm editing this video a tiny piece of hair that is sticking up on the top of my head. And now it's driving me crazy as I'm editing. So if any of you guys noticed it and it's driving you crazy, I'm sorry. And if you hadn't noticed it, now you will now that I brought it to your attention. And I'm sorry. It's sticking up right on my head and the light catches it occasionally. It's fun being me. All right, back to the video. Then I just have on here these 2 things. They kind of go back to the moisturize. I said cut your nails back and moisturize your hair. Sounds stupid again. But like, see my nails, I've cut them all back. They were so brittle. I mean, they literally were like tearing and they looked horrible. So I just cut them all back. Hopefully they'll grow in, you know, a little bit thicker and not so brittle. And moisturize your cuticles, like I said, and then moisturize your hair. Do a deep treatment on your hair. If you can afford to go to the salon and get a deep treatment done, treat yourself. Now is the time to treat yourself. Go do it. Like I said, I've been using like some really good, I forget what brand I've been using. I think I don't even remember what brand I've been using, but it's like no parabens, no sulfates, things like that. Intense Moisture, it's a castor oil based shampoo and conditioner, and I've been using that. Plus I said, you know, I've been using It's a 10 on it, and I've just really been trying to keep up with moisturizing my hair, because your hair will dry and like it'll break off, you know, it'll come out when your thyroid levels are fluctuating. You'll have a lot of hair loss. Just really focus on taking care of your hair. If you can go out and get yourself, you know, like I said, a salon deep condition treatment, go do it. But me myself, that's just not, I wouldn't put that in my budget. So you know, I treat myself to, like I said, the higher end products that I get at the pharmacy, and, you know, using like It's a 10, put that in my hair after every wash. So definitely moisturize your hair. Next, stay hydrated. So I'm really bad about that, you guys. I'm really bad about my water intake. That was one of the first things that my doctor told me when she saw my levels. She was like, you need to stay hydrated. She said, you know, that's like it's gonna make you feel so much better. Just stay hydrated. It's so true. Tea, you know, caffeine free, you know, herbal teas. I've been drinking a lot of tea because it helps me stay warm inside. Water, I've just been really trying to down the water. One time, I think it was last week, I had realized that I had gone like all day without water. Okay, not good. And then the next day I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I didn't have any water in my hand. You've got to stay on top of yourself. Whatever you have to do to remind yourself, if you have to put notes in the kitchen or put notes in the living room, whatever you have to do to remind yourself, get some water. Because then by last Monday, was it Monday? No, it was Sunday. By last Sunday, urinary tract infection. It happens because I wasn't staying hydrated. So Saturday night I went to bed, I felt fine. Saturday in the middle of the night, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, my stomach hurts, and, you know, all the classic urinary tract symptoms. You know, I was like, oh, are you kidding me, on top of all this? So I went to the Minute Clinic, and they did one of those little dipstick things, urine cultures, and she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, you got tons of bacteria. And I know it's because I didn't hydrate properly. I mean, I wasn't thinking, I just wasn't taking care of myself as far as hydrating. So, again, if your thyroid levels are up, down, all over the place, whatever you're going through, hydrate. It's like, it's number one right there on the list. You have to hydrate. And the last thing that I put on my list was, not because it was least, this is way up there with hydrate, eat real food. So, part of me didn't want to eat it all. I really had to force myself to eat the last 3 weeks, honestly, because as soon as I started the Synthroid, my appetite was nothing. Like, I could have gone one day, I ate breakfast, and then like 7 o'clock that night, my husband's like, are you going to eat dinner? I'm like, yeah, could really care less, sorry. And he was like, well, at least have some soup. No, sorry, just don't feel like it. So I had some water and went to bed. But if you're only gonna, you know, eat the one meal, or, you know, you need to make sure that you're eating real food and stay away from the processed food. Like my last video, I said those were like my goals, was to hydrate and stay away from processed foods, because it all goes back to hydration levels. If you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, then you're hydrating your body as you're eating. if you're eating cheese and crackers, there's nothing hydrating about cheese and crackers. You know what I mean? So if you're eating real food, you're also taking care of the hydration. So I find that when I'm eating, you know, a taco salad that's got some meat and beans in it, there's my protein, but then it's got tons of romaine lettuce and tons of tomatoes and tons of cucumbers. I'm also hydrating. So when you think about eating real food, that just ties right in with your hydration, because the more real food you're eating, you're also hydrating your body as you're eating. So definitely, it's been Christmas time. I'm not going to sit here and say I haven't had, you know, the Christmas goodies, because we did. We made cookies this week, and I enjoyed probably 3 or 4 Christmas cookies, and they were yummy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But definitely make sure that the majority of your food is going to be, you know, real food, like I said, not packed with preservatives and sodium and processed and preserved and all that good stuff, because that's going to defeat the whole idea of hydrating. So that's all I have written down on my list here. I just wanted to kind of come on, like I said, and tell you what I've experienced. And so that way, if you find my videos, you can go to my, you know, lists and say, oh, you know, I want to know what this girl experienced and what she went through. That doesn't mean that that's what you're going to experience. I'm just trying to give you an idea of things that I wish that other people had told me. And these are just kind of things to watch out for and things that helped me get through this really rough patch. And honestly, when I went in for my radioactive iodine treatment, they didn't tell me any of this. Am I saying that it was wrong of them not to tell me? No, I mean, I guess maybe I should have researched more. But I didn't know to research. They just said, oh, well, we'll give you this radioactive iodine treatment and it'll kill off your thyroid, and then we'll replace it with Synthroid and get your levels back up. Okay, sounds cool. But they didn't say, like, you have to watch out for your levels to drop off. These are the things that you're supposed to watch out for, you know? Like, nobody really ever told me that. So I didn't know what to look for. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was getting sick in the beginning of December. I wasn't. That was my levels dropping off, and I didn't know that. Nobody told me to watch out for that. I knew what Graves' disease was because I've been living with Graves' disease. I didn't know what the opposite was. I had no idea. I didn't know the symptoms of hypothyroid because this whole time I've been hyper, you know? So this is really just a video to share my experience with you, and I hope that I can help someone. That's the biggest thing. I want to help other people. If you have anything to add to this list, please leave it in the comments down below. If you've been through similar situations, make sure that you you know, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you've gone through. Let us know what your symptoms were. Let us know what you would have liked to have heard to look out for. But other than that, I feel 100% better. I feel like I am turning back into Eileen Chaotic Mom. And I can't wait to start posting videos again. Like I said, I have dearly missed you guys. I really have. I've communicated with some of you guys through comment or over Instagram, or some of you through email, and I've really enjoyed our friendship, and I really treasure it. I really do. And I hope to communicate with more of you in the next coming year. So I hope that you guys will come back in 2019 and be a part of this channel and be a part of this community, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.